Please welcome Tony Harris Taylor.
When I was 24 years old, just a few short years ago, why y'all laughing? I was working at an oil and gas company. It was a perfect career. I was planning to be there 30 years, and something unexpected happened. My mother asked me to quit my job and come partner with her in her business. Whose mother does that? I was like, because I was scared, no. In her infinite wisdom, she asked me something that I still live by today. She said, Tony, what's the worst thing that could happen? You can always go back and get a job, but what if I'm right? And you know what? Mama is always right. How many of you are at a career transition? What I mean by that is maybe you were one of the 1 million that were laid off last year. Maybe you're what they call an intrapreneur. You stay late, you miss family events, you're constantly on a plane, you're working your job as if it's your own business, but it's not, and you're tired. Or just maybe you're one of the ones who have quietly quit because of the office politics, the glass ceiling, or there's something in you that just says you're meant to do more. Gallup says that 30% of U.S. employees are engaged at work. That means 70% of y'all are showing up, but not lit up. So if you're in the 70%, then I'm talking to you. I'm going to offer you 3 steps to jumpstart your entrepreneurial journey. And then I'm going to show you a path to business ownership that you just might be surprised by. So step number 1 is determine your why. Your why is your motivator to get in and stay in business, especially when it gets hard. And it will get hard. When I was at an intersection of deciding which way I needed to go, I did an exercise that I'd like to share with you. So when you get a chance, grab a sheet of paper and write a line down the middle. On the left-hand side, you're going to write the heading love for the things that you love to do, and even if it's unrelated to your current work. On the right-hand side, you're going to write no more for the things that you don't want to do or you are tired of. So when I did this exercise, my love list included connecting people, being a resource, helping my network to build deeper relationships. I had no idea if I could make money doing what I loved. My no more list included, I didn't want anybody else's limitations put on me. I didn't want to be told my worth by a salary, and I did not want people controlling my time. When I showed my love list to my coach, she said, so Tony, what would you need to do to get paid to connect people? Now, my inside voice, y'all know the one. She said, if I knew that, I wouldn't be talking to you. But my outside voice said, I think I would need to start a networking group, but starting from scratch feels overwhelming. She said, Tony, if that truly is your why, don't worry about the how, it will show up. I was like, I'm not starting no networking group. In my book, The Road to Entrepreneurship Starts with Why, the contributing authors all stated that once they identified their why, their path to entrepreneurship became clearer. Step number 2 is face your fears. Now, I know some of y'all out there already want to start a business. And maybe now that the job is gone or it's no longer fulfilling, this would be your time to do so. But you need to ask yourself, what's really holding me back from becoming an entrepreneur? I'm guessing that the answer is fear. And guess what? You should be afraid. You should be very afraid. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. But when you can face your fears, you can move past them. So let's go back to the exercise. And at the bottom of the list, I want you to write the heading fears and write your fears. My fears were losing a paycheck, losing benefits, and the big one, fear of failure. When you can see your fears clearly, you can talk to the entrepreneurs in your network because they had the same fears to find out how they moved past them. Step number 3 is choose your path to entrepreneurship. Now, likely if you're still working, you think you have to start a business from scratch. And just let me tell you, the statistics for startups are sobering. 20% of startup businesses fail within the first 2 years. By year 5, 50% fail. And y'all, this next statistic breaks my heart. By year 10, 90% of startup businesses have failed. So I know why y'all don't want to get in business, because the odds are definitely against you. You can also buy an existing business. That's all the rage right now. But let me just tell you, might be better than a startup, but it has its own challenges. So I want to introduce you to a different path to entrepreneurship you just might not have thought of. The path is, wait for it, franchising. Now, are you surprised? When I say the word franchise, you likely think of million-dollar fast food restaurants or retail storefronts. But there are a lot of franchises that you can work from home, that are small office-based. They cost nowhere near $1 million. Franchising covers over 30 categories, including home services, youth enrichment, senior care, pet care, and so many more. Y'all, did you know there's a franchise for picking up dog poop? Not to worry, you don't have to be the pooper scooper. But that business has recurring income that keeps going and going and going, literally. Remember in my story when my coach said, don't worry about the how, it will show up? Well, it showed up as a home-based, part-time franchise for networking, something I did not even know existed. Now, as a franchisee, a franchise broker, and a business coach, I help those of you in transition to figure out the right path to business ownership. Becoming a franchisee changed my life. By extension, the people that I get to serve. And I had no idea something like that existed for me. Why franchising over startups? Because franchising is entrepreneurship with guardrails. You can drive your own business, and if you veer off, the franchise systems and support bring you back into the lane so you can keep moving forward. And the numbers don't lie. 85% of franchises exist after year 5 and beyond. If anything I've said has stirred something within you, don't ignore it. That nudge you feel might just be your next chapter calling. I want you to do 3 things. Number 1, do the love and no more list to find out, what is my why? Number 2, write down all your fears. Find the entrepreneurs in your network. They will help you move past them. And number 3, take a serious look at franchise options so you can hit the ground running. Now is the time to take control and action for your future. Like my mama, who's been a 40-plus year entrepreneur, said, what's the worst thing that could happen? You can always go back and get a job. But what if I'm right, and now is your time to move and transition from employee to entrepreneur to create the life you deserve? Thank you.